Olha aqui, fala rapaziada, vamos para a terceira gameplay do Alan Wake. Na última gameplay a gente finalizou o episódio 1, né? Com a ilha que a gente tava desaparecendo, mano. A xerife não acreditou em nada, né? E disse que a gente bateu a cabeça, que não sei o que lá. Mas enfim, vamos lá, vamos continuar.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Nossa, que massa.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me.
Tipo uma retrospectiva.
I could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice?
Ela desapareceu.
Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Levou pro lugar, mas o lugar desapareceu. Episódio 2, Possuídos. Cidade de Nova York, 3 anos antes. Sr. Wake.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some
Aqui
coffee
no
on.
fundo.
It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Precisar do café? Ligue. Ligue a cafeteira? Cadê a cafeteira? Não tá aqui, né? Eita. É o escritório dele mesmo. Mano, tinha um QR Code ali, né, velho? Será que eu consigo escanear esse QR Code no meu celular? Colocaram uma flor. Deixa eu tentar aqui com o meu celular aqui, mano. Vocês vão tentar com vocês aí. Vamos ver onde é que esse scanner vai dar. Nossa, mano, vai dar um vídeo do YouTube, mano. Que viagem. Caramba, mano. Deu no vídeo no YouTube. Eu acho que eu já perdi um, que aqui tá Vision 2. Depois eu vou assistir isso aí, mano. Vamos examinar. Alan Wake. Nossa, mano, tem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 títulos aqui. The Fall of Cassie. The Things That Want. Alex Cassie. Wait I Can Forget e Return to Sender. Umas armas. E a cafeteira, cadê? Deve estar ali na cozinha, vamos lá. Ah, aqui é o banheiro, mano. Achei que era cozinha aqui. Ué. Um rádio, vamos ver o que o rádio tá falando aqui.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Terceiro dia de nevasca. Caramba, mano, a casa do Alan é gigante, hein? Só queria achar a cozinha pra ligar a cafeteira. Mas deve ser pra cá. Será? Isso, tá aqui.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Até a Alice. Tá, eu não me acostumei ainda com essa câmera,
Oh,
mano.
hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Tá, uma parada na mesa aí. Vou ver qual que é a mesa, né? Não são essas. Deve ser lá do escritório dele, né? Vamos ver. Isso.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Acender as luzes, por favor.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't
Que é
worry.
isso, bebê?
We'll just break out the
Relaxe.
candles.
Acender as
I know
velas.
it's stupid, but it's just, especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch.
Interruptor
She called
velho?
it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh,
A
sure.
luz afastava os monstros.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I
É
love
sério.
you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Eita. Beijinho, beijinho. Caramba, mano. Neve não falta, viu? Passou uma viatura da polícia ali. Bridgeton Falls, presente. De volta ao presente.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Caramba, mano.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Pegar leve alguns dias.
Well then,
Obrigado.
Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you
Let me
should
ver.
come see me.
Pode deixar.
I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Tá.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year.
Que é isso?
Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Mais perto que chega do paraíso pescar. Ô, louco. Ah, vamos ver aqui, a gente
It's true
pegou umas
what
paradas
they say
aqui.
about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Ô, louco. Sinistro.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
A esposa e um bebê. Doideira. Valeu, Doctor.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Garrafinha de café.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him.
Nenhum sinal do Stucky.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Tô procurando o cara ainda, velho, do posto de gasolina, mano. Coitado.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
No fim do corredor.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
Se achar algum sinal deles, ligue. Desaparecido. Dom de vencer competição. Quem é esse cara? Enfim, até um gato tá perdido, mano. Tem um gatinho perdido, tem. Trágico. Os disjuntores aí.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Pegar o celular.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
Cauldron Lake.
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
Ela me prenderia.
Excuse me. I need to take this.
Número desconhecido.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Mr. Wake, can I help you
Don't
with
do nothing
anything?
stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back. I couldn't go anywhere yet.
Mr. Wake,
I had to
you can
play
get
along
them
with the
to cell
caller.
corridor.
Alice's life was at
Just don't
stake.
mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
Oxi.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Abra essa porta aqui.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Caramba, na delegacia pegar um manuscrito. Vamos ver o que ele diz. A presença obscura na
In
lanchonete.
spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Nossa, hein? A presença obscura no corredor.
Hey, you!
Pode acender a luz?
The
Posso não.
early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Passe pela cerca. Passear. Tem o carro velho. Tem um furo na cerca aqui em algum lugar. A garrafa de café ali e um rádio.
Told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Vamos escutar esse rádio aqui.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Ainda não é motivo para ficar exaltado. Justo. Bora chegar lá nessa cerca. Tem um buraco na cerca em algum lugar. Chutar. Caralho. Mais uma página aqui do manuscrito. Vamos ler. Wake em Love
The
Peak.
kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Cadê minha esposa? Pode parar de fingir agora. Ô louco. Tá puto, hein?
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Outra com a pessoa que sequestrou a Alice. Saia da delegacia. Aqui não tem nada. Dá uma olhada aqui, né? O que tem aqui? Acho que nem vai poder entrar aqui. Não mexe. Vou voltar pelo mesmo lugar que a gente veio. O cara quer que a gente acenda a luz. E aí, meu filhote?
The writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, louco.
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent.
Faz
If you
sentido
have
dele.
business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Caramba, mano. O bicho ficou puto agora, né?
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Esse Barry é malucão, hein?
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Boa pergunta. Quem é Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Fale com o Rusty. Cara, deixa eu só tirar aqui essa parada aqui da frente aqui. Que agora que eu percebi que a logo do canal tá sobrepondo ali algumas legendas, né? E vocês não me disseram nada. Vamos lá. De volta ao planejamento. Vamos dar uma explorada, né? De lei. Aquela boa e velha explorada. Que eu acho que não tem nada interessante. Nossa, tem uma porta aqui. Que não vai entrar. Também não.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself.
Pensa no que
What,
eu tava
you
dizendo. Sai
shot a guy
fora.
and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
Não, bebi não. Fale com o Rusty.
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand
everything's just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Espere aqui. Tá aqui o Rusty.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Aluga
Mr. Wake,
chalas.
I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Caramba, mano.
Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Beleza. Foi pego por uma armadilha.
Just go and meet a kidnapper? Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the
Sai fora,
cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez,
Bateu a
Al,
cabeça.
come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds.
Au.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Pegar aqui o formulário. Leva o formulário para o Rusty. Nossa, mano, que rolê, hein, velho.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Também ela é fácil
If
e
you
lugar
have
bonito.
any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right. Thanks.
Obrigado. Aqui a gente vai subir naquele pico, né?
You're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Bora, Barry. Colabora, velho. Você também não colabora, velho. Se quiser voltar pra Nova York, volte. Vamos lá. Que papo maluco aí. Au. Au.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI. Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Se não voltar a chamar reforço. Ô, louco. Ponto de controle alcançado.
With the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Saúde.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Que é isso, pô? Não vale a comissão de 15%, não? Mais uma garrafa de café. Será que eu tô pegando todas? Eu deixei alguma pra trás. Essa porta aí não abre, vamos vazar. Aqui não tem nada? Não. E lá vamos nós. Lugarzinho pra sentar aí. Eita, mano, vamos pra escuridão agora. Valeu, meu irmão. Pegar uma arma já de volta. Vai para Love Peak. Ponto de controle alcançado. Pegar um manuscrito. Tinha nem visto, mano. Ih, faltou um aqui, hein? Faltou um. Barry duvida da sanidade de
Barry
Wake.
had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Tá faltando... Faltou um aí pra trás aí, né, velho? Agora, onde é a questão? Usar o carro?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Um veículo não seria interessante? Que é isso, pô?
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Vá para Love Peak. Vamos dar uma olhada na cidade aqui, né? Nossa, cenoura, mano. Que é isso? Dá uma olhada nessa casa aqui. O que tem? Se a gente pode acessar. Tem um rádio lá dentro. Já vi. Já vi que tem um rádio aqui. Vou acender a luz, né? Vamos ver o que esse rádio tá dizendo. Eu vim de volta pra lá.
Our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of concentration.
Existe outro tipo de preparo físico.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Tá. Vamos abrir aqui e ver o que tem. Munição de revólver. Só isso. Que é isso, mano? Passou um negócio aí, velho. É louco, hein? Carai. Que é isso? Vai correr aqui. Tem outra casa aqui, mano. Vamos adentrar, vamos adentrar. Ver o que tem aqui. Acho que aqui não tem nada, hein? Nossa, mano, sangue? A luz aqui não funciona. A TV. De novo esse programa? Crime e punição.
The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in
Night Springs.
tonight's episode.
O homem no espelho.
The man in the mirror.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Idênticas.
How about that?
Quem diria?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
Seu maldito.
You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison.
Você me pegou.
You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Talvez no espelho, ô louco. Eita, mano. O cara é mal assombrado mesmo. Tem nada aí. Esse sangue aqui me intrigou, viu? Vai. Cai fora. Negócio longe, velho. Manuscrito. Nossa, mano, aí deixou faltar um, velho. A morte de Rusty.
The air in the visitor center
Morte?
was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Ô, louco, mano. O bicho morreu, velho. Caramba.
The
Está...
vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Caramba.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Aonde, pô? Oh. Tô chegando, tô chegando. Caramba, mano. Tá arregaçado aqui o negócio.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found.
Cachorrinho. Choramingando.
It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Cuida aí, Max.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Manuscrito. Rusty é atacado pela presença
The visitor
obscura.
center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Caralho, mano. Que final triste, hein? Quero aqui. Tá. Outro manuscrito.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Wake chega a refúgio de luz. Oxi, cadê essa luz?
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Destruir disjuntor. Volta para o Rust. Tô indo Rust. Aguenta firme, aguenta firme. Aguenta firme. Vai, vai, porra.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Nossa, mano. Ah, bora lá no Rust, bora lá no Rust. Cadê ele? Cadê ele?
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please
Quero.
don't feed the animals.
Não alimenta os animais. Que é isso? E agora? Não.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than
E agora?
pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your
pet unattended.
Volta para o Rust. Cadê o Rust, mano?
It is against the law to remove any
Nossa, mano, aqui.
from the park. This includes even you may or even simple berries.
Cadê ele, pô? Não, pô. Cadê o Rust, mano? Cadê você, Rust? Acho que eu vou ter que matar esse bicho logo. Ó, desgraça. Aí. Era o Rust ali, né, velho? Tive que matar ele, mano. Infelizmente. Pegar bala aqui de novo. Volte para Lover's Peak. É, abriu ali, então é por aqui, né? Se abriu, porque é por aqui. Caralho, velho. Que negócio é esse, pô? E agora? Por aqui não vai, né, mano? Calma. Tá, vamos fazer de conta que eu tô vindo aqui. Aí eu preciso ir pra algum lugar daqui. Ah, mano, tá de sacanagem. Isso é uma porta. Uma luz, bacana. Pô, ligação.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
É, o cara agora sentiu a pressão, né? Ele tava achando que eu tava maluco. Eu não tô maluco. Ih, mano, não vou pra aí não. Munição e pilhas. Acho que é presságio de batalha, né? Mano, esse escova aí mata o cara, velho. Mata o cara do coração. Love Peak.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Ver o que tem aqui, né? Ver o que tem aqui, né? Estamos curiosos. Tá mandando ir. Nossa, mano. Que lugar é esse, velho? Uma caverna aqui muito louca. Caverna Monshire. Esta caverna foi sede de frequentes e lucrativas atividades de contrabando na época da Lei Seca, entre 19 e 33. Costumava ser usada para o armazenamento temporário de álcool contrabandeado do Canadá, mas às vezes o álcool também era destilado no local. Que doideira. Uma escopeta. Tá, beleza. Poderia seguir reto aqui? Poderia, mas não tem nada. Cara, um lugar esquisito, peste. Simbora, vamos embora, vamos embora. Vamos avançar, vamos avançar. Cansou, cansou, cansou. Bora, senhor Wake. Cansa não. Tá. Tem umas paradas aqui. Pilhas. Eita porra. Ô, louco, mano. Chapéu aqui não pega, não. Tá. Vamos embora. Ponto de controle alcançado. Acho que a gente vai ficar por aqui, né, velho? Quase 1 hora de vídeo aí. Sinistro aqui o avanço aqui. E vamos lá, vamos ficar pra próxima game. Opa! Coloquei o controle aqui no colo, o bicho atirou. Vamos encerrando por aqui essa gameplay, né? A gente chegou num ponto de controle aqui. Daqui a pouco a gente volta pra mais uma gameplay, hein? Valeu, rapaziada. Fui.